This is Mike Smart here with another tech tip. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about keeping up with the educational news around the world. One of the challenges that we face in today's world is that there's just a ton of news out there. There's a ton of information on any particular topic. So we need a way to be able to cull and vet that information that's efficient and fast and useful to us. I use Twitter to do that. I think it's the best tool for keeping up with a particular topic in today's world. And I'll show you how to do that today. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Google or just go to a link, go right directly to Twitter, and let's open up Twitter. Now, I'm already logged in, so you'll want to log in if you haven't done that, or if you don't have an account, you'll want to create an account. And what I'm going to use is a hashtag to search for educational news that I may find interesting. A hashtag is basically the number sign, and the one I'm going to show you today is called EdChat. EDCHAT. I'm just going to type it into the search bar, then I'm going to hit enter. And what that's going to do, it's going to pull up a column with all of the tweets, starting from the most recent, that have the tag EdChat on them. So these are people that have thought this would be interesting to educators. A lot of them are just regular tweets, but quite a few of them. Here's, for example, the link to the new Did You Know video, which was probably interesting. A lot of them contain links to articles and graphics that are kind of relevant educational news. When I find one that's interesting, for example, if I were interested in this, watching this Did You Know video, I can just click on it, I can open it up, and now the Did You Know video is going to start playing right in my browser. Now, what I like it for is I like links to these articles and videos and things like that. I find them very informative and helpful, and rather than kind of waiting for me to kind of go through these, I took about 5 minutes before I created this video to go through and just click on some links that I thought might be interesting. So I'd kind of give you an idea of the things that I found. Here's an article on enhancing engagement through augmented reality. If you haven't heard about the Aurasma app, it's pretty interesting. And this is actually a pretty informative post on some of the benefits to augmented reality and how engaging it can be for kids. Here's an article in the Huffington Post that says, what if we gave high school students the same freedom as college students? Kind of a thought-provoking article, an interesting read. Here's a Forbes article on EdTech trends to look out for in 2015. So they mention personalization, they mention wearable tech. I could go on, they talk about online learning, blended and flipped learning, so they have some kind of conversation. These are kind of what they've added, sharing. And finally, they talk a little bit about the last thing, technology and education is a means to an end and not an end in itself. So it's a pretty good article about what they think are some upcoming trends. Here's an interesting article that was linked to Edutopia. It's strategies for getting and keeping the brain's attention. So it talks about kind of metacognitive strategies you can use with students to help them have better attention spans and help them focus more on their work. It's a very good article, well researched. And all of these 4 articles I found in basically about 5 minutes or so. So this, and the way you want to kind of think of this too, is that you're not really going to read all of it. You're just kind of dipping into the stream for a few minutes to find out some links and some connections to articles that you might find relevant and interesting in the educational field. You'll notice one last thing. When you type it into the Twitter page, you've got a top option, or right underneath the results you've got an all option. The top option is what Twitter considers to be some of the most highly regarded or better tweets that are out there. Sometimes that works pretty well, and sometimes the all works pretty well. You'll notice that it's very different. All means that you're getting any tweet, starting with the most recent, that's been published with that EdChat tag. So some of those might not be as good, but Twitter's filtering I'd sometimes find helpful and sometimes don't find helpful. So there's a little bit about how to use Twitter hashtags to keep up with your field in education.